So we had already had a couple passes on the AA motor, and that's the 529 cubic inch. And on this particular run, it was going pretty good, right around 375 miles an hour. I felt a hit in the engine, and it felt like, it's weird, it happens in about a tenth of a second, but you end up making a lot of decisions in that tenth of a second. And basically what it told my brain was something happened there, and it's not good. So I put the clutch in and cut the fuel and hit the chutes and basically brought it back, and waited to see if either I had made a mistake and it was maybe we hit a bump or something, or if in fact it was something mechanical. And it turns out it was something catastrophically mechanical. So the decision was made. We hurt the AA motor. The AA is the 529 cubic inch. We ended up breaking a valve, and the valve head went and banged around in the piston, and then eventually got sucked up by the turbo, which ended up pretty much lunching that as well. And then got spit out, and it was actually found, the broken valve was found, but on the salt. In any case, the decision is at that point that motor is not going to go anywhere. So we decided to change it, and we went with our what we call our A motor, which is our 484 cubic inch. It's the same basic engine, but it's a smaller cubic inch, and it puts us in a different class. We didn't bring any spare turbos with us, so the only thing we could figure was, let's get the one good 91 millimeter turbo out of the A engine package and put it in the car, and that's what we did. It took a lot of adapting because it was never really meant to work this way. Everybody that we asked and wondered, you know, how do mismatched turbos work? Nobody really knew, so we figured let's go find out. At this point, the class that we're in, the 484 cubic inch, I think has a max of 488 cubic inch. The world record there is about 406, 405, 405.9 something. So that made it interesting, because now we were still trying to run 400, but if we ran a little over 400, we could also break a standing world record. And what we ended up doing was we ran two back-to-back runs, 414s with a 407 something average, almost 408 average, which we did turn the car around in 45 minutes, which is pretty good. So we did break a record, but we didn't set a record, because in order to set a record you have to break one by 1%, and we broke this one by 0.5%. We'd gone another 2 miles an hour, we'd have had it, but we had ignition issues both those runs that we were getting cut out at the top end. You know, we got one goal, which was to go over 400, but I gotta tell you, it felt pretty good to drive 400. 400 feels a lot better than 395, I'll tell you that right now. And 415 feels way better than 405. So the goal now is to go back home, do our homework, figure out what we need to do to fix our ignition problems, and come back with a little more power, a little more boost, a little more robust power plant, and or ignition for sure, and go take down some records and go even faster.